You know, when a new child is born into a royal family, there is a lot of expectations, there's a lot of enjoyment, there's a celebration because there's going to be a new king or queen that's going to be over the land. But prior to that, there's a lot of work that needs to be done for that child. That child has to be tuned, cultured, and nurtured to become a king or queen. Meaning that from day one, there's a different kind of education. That child is educated to know how to speak to audiences, how to conduct himself or herself, how to walk upright, and how to speak to dignitaries and people from communities or people from the land. That child is taught about his culture, taught about the tradition, the history, everything that has been in the line back in its past to where it is today, and what they intend to do for the future. There's a lot of investment that has been put into that child to ensure that child can continue the lineage of what the royal family exists today. The important part of knowing that everything that you invest in that child will one day become eventuality a king or queen. So therefore, while that child is growing up and understanding and learning about himself or herself, they're actually seeing evidence of what their dominion and what their land is about, and all the things that happens, what they've been learning is now coming into fruition. I say all this just to say it's imperative that you and I consider ourselves and know that every child that has been born into this earth is a king or queen. And we have to now take away the education of what the world has given, because the world will always teach a child insecurities from day one. Remember, you're born without fear, but you are educated to have fear. You are born to understand that you are in a certain class system. But if you understand your identity and you give that child an identity, that child then becomes confident. That child becomes above it and excelling more than what has been given and told it can be. So from day one, you teach that child to become a king or queen. You teach that child who they are, what they're supposed to be, and what they can become. And therefore, then their mentality changes, because the mindset of an individual will dictate how they see the world. You and I have a chance to change what the next generation thinks of themselves. And if we can start implanting and imparting the seed of the kingdom citizen, we will start to see men and women of valor, of greatness, becoming a reality than something that we just speak about.